It is 7:15 a.m. on Wednesday. The jagged Upper West Side skyline comes into laser-sharp view from the windows that perimeter the small indoor pool. I'm here with Terry, my instructor, to start I Chi, the Eastern practice of flowing continuous movements in a pool of warm water. I comes from the Japanese word aisoru, to love. I will learn to love my body again. Chi means spirit of life. I will find my spirit of life that once coursed through my body before brutal chemo took over. The water is a warm 93 degrees and comes up to my neck. The scar from my surgery is still a bright red slash, unhidden by my bathing suit. My gray, stubbly hair, a byproduct of the drugs, pokes out from my swim cap. I bend my knees and submerge my chin. I'm floating, floating, floating. I'm enveloped. I have transcended. I recall other times when water carried me. I'm a teenager tubing down the Jordan River. I'm a new bride swimming in the Mediterranean Sea. I'm 8 months pregnant at the beach in New Jersey, finding relief from the weight I carried in a hot July. I'm standing in this very pool with my 6-month-old son clinging to me, trusting me to not let go. And now I am back in the same pool, 13 years later, trusting Terry to show me how to let go of my cancer. Terry tells me to give my worries to the water. I give my worries to the water. We move through the movements, each with a name that describes the physical exercise and its mental association. We breathe through contemplation, then cross our arms in accepting, then raise our legs in flowing. Terry says water is like life, always moving, but the surface of the water is still and smooth like a mirror. I am Terry's mirror. I follow her movements while the water caresses my body. I will remember this sublime, surreal moment when my mind is absolutely clear, my spirit untethered, and my body unburdened. I am immersed in the water, yet I am parched, a side effect of the tamoxifen that has dried out my body, just like chemo. Mouth sores have returned because there is no saliva. My calves ache and are heavy, full of rocks, but I am weightless in the pool, walking on the moon. I'm the first astronaut with breast cancer. I will wrap my head around that tiny pill that will keep cancer away, like this water wraps around my body. My unadorned fingers are wrinkled from the warm water, still swollen from the drugs. But now I can type without using pencils. The Taxol-induced neuropathy is finally dissipated. If I could bring my laptop into this pool and write my story, I would be complete. Work stifled my creative flow, but I will find it in the flowing water. The tiles around the pool scream, no diving. I'll make a deal. No diving, no cancer. I silently scream at King Neptune to quell the radiation that my radiologist says still burns inside of me. Burns like a bonfire that will take months to extinguish by itself. So be it. Let the fire scald every last cancer cell floating in my body. Let my first mammogram after all the debilitating treatments be clear. As clear as the water that I float in. Terry tells me I'm an inspiration. I dunk my head in the water so she will not see the easy tears that still come. I cry for what my body and mind have endured. I cry for what my parents have endured. I cry for what may still lurk in my body. I cry for a friend who was recently diagnosed with breast cancer and just informed that a tumor is growing on her kidney. I cry for the 3 murdered Israeli teenage boys as my son becomes a teenager this summer. King Neptune, I plead again, cocoon him with water and keep him safe. Our session concludes, and I step onto the pool deck. I hug Terry and head to the locker room to change. I walk outside in the oppressive heat rising from the sidewalk. But I am light, cool, and free, unencumbered by cancer for a moment. I have found my inner yogi.